what's going on out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. It's Friday. What more do you need? Hopefully you're going home and having some fun for the weekend. I am trying to get myself there right now. I did a load, started out my week down to North Carolina. I'll talk about that load during the video. Just stick with me. But I'm trying to get back to Minnesota mainly because I got a drive tire that's wearing real funny, and I got one at the shop that I'm going to get. It's a used one. It's going to be given to me, and that's my favorite kind of tire, is a free one. So the main reason I need to get that one is because the shoulders are wearing on one of mine really, really bad. It's so frustrating too because the center of the tire's probably got like 70% of the tread still left on it, but someone ran it underinflated, and now it's, you know, all of them are doing it, but that one's doing it really bad. I just want to put a used one on that position so I can kind of wear out the others, you know, and then I'm just going to put new ones on all the way around. But I don't want to put new ones on right now when everything's still got a lot of tread on it, except for this one that's wearing on the shoulders really bad. Now, given I will not get anywhere near the full life out of these tires that I should have, because somebody probably hit them with a hammer instead of hitting them with a tire gauge or, you know, sticking the valve stem. I seen it yesterday. A guy with super singles on his truck and his trailer gets out to do a pre-trip with a hammer. And I'm just like, you know, I got the quick connect, whatever valve stems, you know what I'm talking about? You unscrew your valve stem cover and you screw those on. You can just check it right through the cover. I can literally use a tire gauge and check it faster with that than I can hitting them with a hammer. Like, it's just as fast to go stick a gauge on and look at it as it is to go thump and it made a thumping sound, I better go with it. Like, I mean, that's literally what they're doing. Like, you have no idea what the tire pressure is when you hit it with a hammer. Pro tip of the day, I'm going to put a picture up here. Right here, it should be appearing now. And basically, what that is a light on a trailer. Now, what is that light on the trailer? Well, that is a tire inflation system warning light. I've seen 2 people riding down the road this week with those lights on the trailer. Now, given they could have just been driving to a tire shop to get something worked on, or maybe they don't know what it means. So if you see that light on, that means you got problems on your trailer. Most importantly, that means you're losing too much air, because what that does is that light comes on when the air pressure is using too much air or has lost too much air in the tire inflation system. Now, the way the tire inflation system works is basically they run an air line back to the axle. They go into the axle and it actually fills the tube out to the ends, and then that's where they connect the little hose that goes to the tire. So if somewhere in that system, and there's an air tank in there usually as well, the way that works is that system loses pressure, then that light comes on. So if you're cruising down the road and you see that light on, you need to stop and deal with it and take care of what's causing it. But anyway, that's the pro tip of the day. I'll make them a little quicker. But yeah, I'm trying to get myself back to Minnesota. I took a load out of North Carolina. Man, rates are horrible over there. They just are. Like, you know, I seen loads going all the way across the country for like $3,500. Like, from North Carolina to California for $3,500. Like, it's like $1 a mile. Like, it makes no sense. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, you know, some of these brokers trying to get away with some stuff. I'm looking at a load right now out of Missouri, back up toward the house. It's like 500 something miles. And, sorry, CFI is sitting over here with his door open and his radio cranking loud. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but hopefully it's not too distracting in the video, other than me talking about it. So, tried to book a load yesterday out of Missouri up to Minnesota, 500, like right at 500 miles, and the guy's trying to get it booked for $700. And I'm just like, I'm not a $700 type of guy, man. I'm not, you know. I told him I would do it for, you know, 1,000. You know, that was my offer. I said, I'll do it for 1,000. That's still less than $2 a mile, you know. It was like $5.28 on the miles. I wasn't even happy about that. And he was like, oh no, I don't got that in it. And I was like, well, you did a horrible job negotiating that. You should call your customer and tell them that you're a jackass and they should find someone else to book their freight. So I told him, I was like, you know, I was like, yeah, I want to get the load to go back to Minnesota, but I said, you know, I put it to you like this. I said, I can PC from here. It's an 8-hour ride, and it cost me $120 in diesel. So you can keep that, you know. I said, if you change your mind, you know, you can call me back. You know, my numbers, you know, you got it. So call me back if you change your mind. But I said, you know, I'm not coming off 1,000. You know, he didn't even try to counter it. You know, just like, I guess he's getting it moved because he wasn't that concerned with it, or he doesn't need it moved that bad. I don't know. A lot of times refrigerated freight really needs to move though, so you kind of got a little bit of you got a little bit of you know, a negotiating wiggle room type thing you can do, you know. But yeah, he wasn't trying to move it obviously, and I wasn't trying to run it for, you know, pennies on the dollar. You know, maybe he'll call. Maybe he'll call Swift or JB Hunt and they'll move it for that, but I won't. So anyway, let's get to the numbers of this load I did. North Carolina from Minnesota. Not a bad run. 2-day run. Picked it up Monday afternoon. I got loaded up at about 7:30. I was unloaded by about 8:30 Wednesday night. So basically a 2-day run. 1,400 miles, including deadhead. It was like 1,389 with all miles. So we'll say 1,400 because, you know, I'm all about the round numbers. 30,000 pound load, 2-day run, ASAP delivery. I called when I picked it up. When I got loaded, I called to let them know I'd got loaded. And I said, well, hey, on the, you know, the rate con I got, it says like, the year. It just says 2020, delivery date 2020, and I'm like, what does that mean, you know? And I guess I should have looked at that before I went and picked it up, but I went and picked it up anyway because I knew I've done similar runs out of that place to different places, and I kind of know that their scheduling is kind of like, nah, they don't really care. So I call them, they're like, well, it's just ASAP delivery. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, it's on. Let's do it. So 1,400 miles, 30,000 pound run, $3,500 that paid to the carrier. That's $250 a mile dead even. $2,800 to the truck. That's $2 a mile straight across. It was like a 25 or 26. I think it might have been 26. It's funny because the load I got now is 26 degrees as well. So it's kind of like, you know, that's what's throwing me. But anyway, so I spent a little bit more on reefer on this one than I probably should have. But anyway, it is what it is. Spent $466 in diesel. That is definitely more diesel than I thought I was going to buy. I did not make good fuel mileage on this run. It was the remnants of that hurricane that come up through the Gulf and came through like Missouri and Iowa and Minnesota. Because I dropped down Minnesota to Iowa to Illinois, straight over to Indiana to Dayton, Ohio, dropped down 35, went through the West Virginia Turnpike. So yeah, man, it was just windy every day. It rained like crazy from that storm that came up. So Tuesday was pretty rough. Tuesday, the average wind was way up. Like for like a 3-hour period across 70, I was driving into like a 20+ mile an hour wind straight to the face. Like just horrible fuel mileage. I probably did like 7.2 or something like that. Like ice. I ran it a little faster. I was running about 66, but that shouldn't affect it to that level. It was all the wind. I just could not get out of the wind. Even even going into Wednesday down through like Indiana and Ohio, and it was still very windy, crosswinds, just killed my fuel mileage. But yeah, $4.66 on diesel, way more than I wanted to spend. $70 on reefer. Like I said, I ran that on continuous and at 26, and it drank some fuel, which surprised me because this trailer normally, it doesn't do that much. I don't know if it was the, you know, it was just sunny out. I don't know. Like, it was a little bit more reefer fuel than I thought I was going to use. Of course, now that I think about it, I may have not had a full tank when I started that trip either. And I filled up right before I got there because I knew I had another trip booked. So, that may have been part of it. $20 in DEF. The customer in Minnesota did require a tank wash, but I don't pay for a tank wash like I'm pulling a tanker. Did require a trailer wash, but I don't pay for that, so I'm not going to include it. Just letting you know. I didn't scale it, 30,000 pounds. You know, just go with it. And so, anyway, total expenses are $556. That's a little more than I wanted to pay into that load, but not bad. $22.44 on a 2-day run ain't bad at all. I'm definitely not gonna make that on the ride back to Missouri from North Carolina, because it's garbage out there right now. You know, I'll talk more about that in the next video, but yeah, that's what it is, guys. 2-day run, $3,500 to the carrier, $28 to me, $22.44 after I pay out for fuel, and you know, other expenses like that. And that's why I'm trying to get back to Minnesota, because you know, I can pull loads like that out of Minnesota where I can't even get close to $2.50 a mile in North Carolina. So that's what it is, guys. That's what it is. But anyway, until next time, everybody take care of each other out there. Later.